This is Frontline on Air. Major stories on the go.
Maximum city, minimum care. Mumbai's past is somewhat troubled but has its fair share of glory. Its future is less certain and probably slipping away. Smruti Koppikar.
Voice by Rakesh Sharma, Timber Media.
Rain anxiety is real in Mumbai these days. Every year for the past 20 years, when rainfall in July to August turns heavy to very heavy, people and the authorities are on tenterhooks, wondering if there will be a repeat, in some degree, of the massive flood of July 26, 2005. Before that day, the city would come to a standstill for a few days every monsoon, but it was not a life or economy-threatening crisis. 2 decades later, Mumbai's rivers have retaining walls to hold rainwater, stormwater drains are annually desilted, spending hundreds of crores, and water pumps have been installed at many locations to literally throw the rainwater into the Arabian Sea. What Mumbai's authorities have not done is pay attention to its ecology either in response to climate change-induced extreme weather or as a necessary parallel to its economy. Instead, the city lost a staggering 2,028 hectares of green cover in just 5 years, from 2016 to 2021, for a slew of infrastructure projects. Its complex system of watercourses lies fractured. 2 years ago, the Maharashtra government made it legally possible for Mumbai's real estate developers to construct on every inch of their plots without leaving any open space. Where will the rainwater go? Of course, as the country's premier city of commerce, finance and entertainment, Mumbai has an eye-popping list of high-investment infrastructure projects. The 2 newest and biggest projects, Atal Setu and Coastal Road, together costing a whopping 30,900 crore rupees. The authorities say that investments in such high-cost projects are meant to boost the city's economy. In July, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a 29,000 crore rupee investment drive in Mumbai, focusing on more infrastructure projects to elevate Mumbai's status as a global powerhouse in fintech. Every election brings a bounty of sorts. Economic inequality, ecological slide. Yet, is Mumbai a livable city, a city of sustainable growth? Or is its preeminent position, built through the colonial and post-colonial decades, being gradually eroded? The short answer: the economy of Mumbai is growing, but the city is neither sustainable nor entirely livable except for those at the top of the economic pyramid. Detaching the economy from the quality of life for the working millions in a city of nearly 21 million and delinking it from its natural ecological template, an estuary, an archipelago, only sets it up for worse times ahead. Mumbai's past is somewhat troubled, but has its fair share of glory. Its future is less certain, probably slipping away. The uncertainty comes despite the flurry of announcements, inaugurations and showcasing of select urban geography like the Bandra Kurla Complex or BKC that commands eye-popping property prices. Nowhere in these is the recognition that Mumbai sits uneasy, threatened by extreme heat, air pollution, floods and rise in sea levels, a climate-sensitive city with one of the world's highest population densities at about 14 times the national average and with one of the worst instances of urban inequality in India. The Mumbai Climate Action Plan, released 2 years ago, suggested ways forward for the city's ecology. However, it is not a statutory plan, which means the state government and Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, are not bound to follow it. Mumbai's Development Plan 2014-34, finalized in 2017-2018, focused on the use and zoning of land as if the city was in an ecological vacuum. The 2 critical plans are neither cohesive nor rational when read together. Then there is the ambitious target set by the Niti Aayog and repeated by the state government. Mumbai's GDP was pegged at $140 billion in 2023, and as the Mumbai Metropolitan Region, MMR, was projected to touch $300 billion by 2030. How the city's economy can flourish when it does not even pretend to factor in ecological challenges is anyone's guess. How such a city can offer improved quality of life to millions is not even debated. The political economy of Mumbai, the corporates, the real estate czars, the fintech outfits, the unicorn startups, the education cartels, the infrastructure builders, prefers it this way. Allow the blitzkrieg of glamour to build the perception of the city and cover up its gritty underbelly with grandiose announcements. To this deadly mix, another layer has been added in recent years: the quiet spiriting away of some of its defining industries by the BJP-led government at the centre and in the state. Fintech is being lured to Gift City near Ahmedabad with concessions that Mumbai cannot legally offer, such as allowing Indians to open US dollar accounts. Several diamond trading businesses, housed in Pancharatna in South Mumbai and later in the Bharat Diamond Boss in the BKC, opened or shifted offices to the massive Surat Diamond Boss last year. Although the diamond heirs are yet to give up on Mumbai, it is a significant shift. Concerted efforts have been made to get the Hindi film industry to the national capital region, especially Noida, with the government of Uttar Pradesh proffering incentives. 4 major projects worth nearly 1.8 lakh crore rupees were moved out of Maharashtra as soon as the Eknath Shinde-Devendra Fadnavis government assumed charge in 2022. If the services sector, which grew from 59% of the city's economy in 1993-94 to 74% in 2010, shrinks, Mumbai will stumble. The political slugfest over Mumbai is not new. At the time of independence, there was a strong demand that Bombay be made a union territory or the capital of Gujarat. It was literally wrested from the powers that were to become the capital of Maharashtra and invested in thereafter to become the commercial powerhouse it became. Mumbai's growth can be seen in 2 phases. One in the post-independence decades, during which its booming economy was driven by the manufacturing sector, when the city grew geographically into suburbs such as Malad, Borivali and Mulund. The other was the post-liberalization phase, during which the manufacturing sector gave way to the services sector, to the informalization of work and post-industrial urbanization that the well-known urbanist Saskia Sassen talked about, and densification in most parts, except in its Old South. In 1981, 60% of Mumbai's population lived in the suburbs. By 2011, it was nearly 75%. This was not planned growth. The plans only determine land use, appropriating more and more land in the name of development. Landfilling from the sea, hacking down forests, building on the floodplains of its 4 rivers, and so on. Despite this, Mumbai continues to house more than 54% of its population, an astonishing 11 million people, in slums. Affordable housing within city limits is only a political slogan. Let's take a quick look at some key ecological facts related to Mumbai. 42.5, that's the percent decline in green cover over 3 decades from 1988. 12,446 hectares have been lost in total, which is larger than the size of the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. 47% of total city was green space in 1988, declined to 26% due to development and infrastructure. 3-fold increase in land surface temperature, leading to microclimate changes across Mumbai. 0.25 degrees Celsius temperature increase per decade observed between 1973 and 2020. 40% of people in Mumbai East Ward with low incomes and slums exposed to dangerous temperatures over 35 degrees Celsius. Only 0.9% similarly exposed in A Ward with high incomes and better amenities. 1.24 square meters open space per person compared with 21.52 square meters per person in Delhi and 17.32 square meters in Bengaluru. London has 31.68 square meters and New York City has 26.4 square meters. In the past decade, the construction boom was mostly redevelopment, razing old buildings or slums to construct high-rises. Mumbai's skyline changed in upscale and middle-class areas. Those living on its margins, in slums and almost forgotten suburbs like Govandi and Mankhurd, where community toilet floors have given way and killed people and good schools are a distant dream, live in a different Mumbai. Nothing has changed for them. As the Dharavi slum goes under the bulldozer to be redeveloped into a swanky township by Adani Realty, turning nearly 600 acres of public land over for private profit, it typifies much of what is wrong about Mumbai. Project-led development has done the city in. Large infrastructure projects, small beautification projects, metro projects that do not connect to other transit lines, the Dharavi project, the BKC project constructed on land stolen from the Mithi River, a Supreme Court-appointed committee stated this. Project planning has replaced comprehensive urban planning, leading to silos on the city's landscape and selective development. Then there is the isolationist approach of detaching Mumbai from the MMR when Mumbai's economy and life are closely tied to the larger metropolitan region. The MMR has a total of 9 municipal corporations, several municipal councils, and village panchayats, for which a regional plan was drawn up by the Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, but it is grandly independent of Mumbai's plans. If there is rampant construction on the wetlands in Navi Mumbai or its rivers are bent for the new international airport, it cannot but hurt Mumbai. This interdependence is not reflected in plans or programs. Within Mumbai too, there has been a steady and marked shift from the old downtown to the suburbs, which have seen a proliferation of business districts and the entrenchment of the creative entertainment industry. A corresponding shift in governance attention and resource allocation by the BMC is missing. For example, at the height of air pollution in 2023, the civic body deployed 6 mist vans to keep the dust down. 3 moved along the sea-abutting areas that had the least polluted air, even as the worst polluted were left to their fate. The governance of Mumbai has to take the blame for the city's condition. Key civic services are with the BMC, but some areas and projects are exclusively governed by autonomous bodies that have no accountability to the city's elected body, or by special purpose vehicles such as the Dharavi Redevelopment Project Private Limited, where people's voices are not represented. Mumbai's suburban railway system, servicing 7.5 million commuters every day over nearly 100 kilometers, is yet to see a massive investment that would improve the 1 or 2 hour commutes. The double and triple engine Sarkar model has not worked for Mumbai in the past decade. The distressing economic inequality and ecological slide cannot but touch the iconic Mumbai quality of embracing strangers, making space despite the crunch, and folding in different strains of music, life, and food unto itself. That it still holds magic for so many must have something to do with its enigmatic sea breeze.
Smruti Koppikar, journalist and urban chronicler in Mumbai for over 3 decades, writes extensively on cities, development, gender, and the media. She is the founder-editor of the award-winning online journal Question of Cities.
This is Frontline on Air. Major stories on the go.